So Mike James, you're the writer of Jackie the Musical.
I am incredibly, isn't it? It's just people say, sure, you can't have written it because you're a man. I mean, it's just what would you know? And they're quite right in a way. I mean, I had to do a lot of research, but fortunately, my sister used to get it all the time, and I never ever took any notice of it at all. And now, looking back and having done the research on the show, and I had no idea what a lifeline it was for them, and what they lacked in those days in terms of reacting to their peer group or being able to chat to other people about their problems or anything. It was a very isolated, me alone in the bedroom with this magazine, reading about other women, girls in the bedroom with their magazines, and that was, I suppose, the Instagram and the Twitter of its day. We weren't sure about the audience, and I said, well, I think it won't just be women of a certain age. That, they'll bring their husbands, and maybe families will come. I mean, obviously, there will be a lot of, but no, it was almost exclusively women in their 50s and 60s coming in 6s or 7s in whole parties.
Girls' night out.
Girls' night out.
A celebration?
Yes, celebration, but it was a trip, a nostalgic trip. And what I realized was that what they were bringing was their own story to the show. All we were doing was presenting what they remember, and that would then trigger off their own feelings of when they were 14-year-olds. So as long as we laid it out there, they did the rest. And of course, all of the songs they remember, and it was astonishing. It was a party in there. We were quite careful that we wanted the songs not just to be as you remember them from the hit parade, but to be
the hit parade. Now that takes me back. Those two words, that phrase, that's great. Hit parade. It's charts now.
Well, there we are.
Yeah.
But they have to mean something. If they're set up properly, that not only do you enjoy the nostalgia of hearing them again, but now they mean something in the context of the story. They get an extra little element too.
Yeah.
The music itself, if you play it over and over and over, a song would say, oh, I think I know what I need, the stage I need to get to on stage to get into that song. So playing it, so it was just like I was sitting in my study just playing music all the time. It didn't sound like I was working from the outside, but I was thoroughly enjoying it. And all of these songs are songs that I like. It's absolutely the best experience. Yeah, when it works, you just feel great, because it is quite a lonely. Actually producing the thing is, and I'm the only member of the creative team that, on day one of rehearsals, I've done everything, I've done my job. So, there's nothing less welcome than a writer in the rehearsal room, because nobody wants you there, because you're going to start saying, you're not quite saying it that way, or can we change that? So you keep it, but it's extraordinary that all my work has been done on my own months before. So all I have to do then is to sit and watch it, which is highly enjoyable. Once we got the idea that older Jackie now, 55-year-old, 54 in this play, met her 14-year-old self, once we got that, we just had to devise how she would do it. So that's where the idea of her moving and finding a whole pile of Jackie magazines, which just sends her backwards. And she's going a bit crazy. She's having a kind of minor breakdown anyway, because she's doing what a lot of people have to do in their mid-50s, which is completely change their life, because they got divorced and they have to sell the house and their kids are going away, and suddenly it's all start again. And then I thought, well, what would happen if because she's starting again, and because she's now wondering whether or not she'll find another partner because her husband's gone off, what would happen if she started literally to read the old magazines, to find the old tips about how to attract, or how to know when they're daft. The whole business of you can tell a boy's character by the shape of his nose. It's all daft, but it's fun. And so I thought, well, what would happen if she'd started to do that? But how could she do that? So then we got the idea that young Jackie would present the magazine, and in a sense, the character of young Jackie is Jackie Magazine. It's this magazine talking to to our heroine, who is a 55-year-old divorcee going through a breakdown, basically. It's really nice when people come up to me afterwards and say, that's me, you know, that's not everybody, but it's not them. What it is, it's just sparked off something in them, and they've brought themselves to the auditorium, and their own story fits in with a one-size-fits-all kind of story that they're getting off the stage.
So Mike James, thank you very much.
My pleasure.